Hello everyone. This is your Korean attorney and maybe your future counsel, Hyunchai Isabelle Sohn of InterLEX law firm. And this is Justin, an executive in a multinational corporation.
Hi, Isabelle. So today we're going to talk about the legal implications of workplace harassment in Korea, right?
Yes. Especially focusing on what should an employer do when a workplace harassment is reported.
I understand that workplace harassment is prohibited, but what happens if the employer ignores Korean law?
Very good question. Under the Korean Labor Standards Act, the employer is legally obliged to investigate the case objectively. Otherwise, administrative fine is imposed and even the government body of Ministry of Labor and Employment may step in.
Legal obligation of investigation by the company. How are these investigations usually conducted?
Since the objectivity of the investigation by the company itself is often challenged, many companies have third-party law firms like us to do the investigation on their behalf. InterLEX also has conducted many internal investigations on behalf of companies, which generally includes interviews with relevant witnesses.
Is it similar with the police interrogation?
It might sound similar, but not quite. Sometimes people misunderstand the interview process and claim their right to be accompanied by an attorney. However, it's not a criminal procedure. Therefore, there is no guaranteed right of an employee to appear accompanied by a lawyer unless the company's internal rule says otherwise.
Okay, so how can you tell whether there has been workplace harassment?
It is an important question. And actually, that's a legal question as well. The workplace harassment is a legal term which needs to satisfy legal conditions stipulated under the Labor Standards Act, Article 76-2.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. What are the conditions?
There are three conditions. First, the harasser needs to take the advantage of the superiority in rank or relationship in the workplace. This implies that the action is taken in a situation when the victim is difficult to resist.
Well, let's suppose there were harsh words exchanged involving two colleagues. If there was no superiority or irresistibility, then would it not count as workplace harassment?
There are conflicting lower court decisions regarding those one-time verbal abuse. Yet, if there was no use of superiority in an irresistible situation, I think it would be difficult to be regarded as a workplace harassment. It is different from sexual harassment cases.
Oh, I see. Thank you. And so what are the other conditions? I think it must be important to know these conditions since there's an overload of workplace harassment these days.
Yes. The second would be the act should be beyond reasonable and necessary scope of work. And lastly, the act should cause physical or mental sufferings or deteriorate the work environment.
I guess this reasonable and necessary scope of work criteria would mean a lot in the workplace.
Yes. Some employees are using this workplace harassment claims too often to justify themselves. Some say it is workplace harassment if the performance are graded not well enough. And I've seen some say it is workplace harassment when the company recommends to resign. However, when done within the reasonable and necessary scope of work, it will be difficult to be regarded as a workplace harassment.
Yes, but I think a company would need to deal with each workplace harassment case with caution, since failure to comply with those legal obligations would definitely impact them negatively.
True. It is very important to treat each cases with caution because the failure to investigate or protect the victim or take disciplinary actions to the harasser, it all might result not only in fines or damages, but also involves reputational risks. There were cases of IT companies and furniture companies in Korea which even resulted in consumer boycotts and official apology of CEOs having the newspapers and all those news spread over SNS.
Wow. The business impacted as a whole. It's definitely something to think about. Thanks a lot for sharing.
Yes, thank you. I hope it was helpful in understanding the workplace harassment framework in Korea.
Very helpful. Let's be back with another video soon.
Thank you. See you again soon. Bye-bye, everyone. See you again. Bye-bye, everyone.
근데
Yes, thank you. I hope it was helpful in understanding the workplace harassment framework in Korea. I think I thought it was you.
Okay.
Okay. Wow, thank you so much.